Big news this morning, get ready. Walmart is raising its prices, and it's raising its prices fast. Why? Because of Donald Trump's tariffs. This morning, Walmart CEO had to announce that really the company had no other choice but to raise prices on American goods. Why? Because the scale of the tariffs, even after the recent reductions, make it extremely difficult to absorb the added costs due to the already slim margins that the company has when selling a number of goods here in the United States of America. This means that your prices will still rise, even though Donald Trump announced this 90-day tariffs pause with China. But remember, even within that pause, tariffs on China are still at 30%. There are still reciprocal tariffs of at least 10% on a whole host of nations. And now American consumers are going to be feeling the brunt of it. Walmart is raising prices. Other companies, major big box retailers, are next. Now, folks, if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to my Substack. Please click the button below and subscribe today, or consider supporting my work by sending a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas. Your support allows me to do this in the face of attacks from the right, attacks from those who want to shut down media. Well, folks, my message to them is I'm not going anywhere. Today, the United States Supreme Court is going to be hearing arguments in the most important case of Donald Trump's second term. It's the birthright citizenship case. Now, it's important for a number of reasons, but there are two primary reasons. First, it could decide whether or not individuals born in the United States on U.S. soil to two undocumented parents enjoy birthright citizenship, essentially potentially rewriting the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which guarantees them that citizenship. But second, it could set a precedent for the entirety of Donald Trump's second term on nationwide injunctions. Nationwide injunctions are essentially when one federal judge, one district court judge, say in New York, issues an order that applies to every single district, every single state around the country. Nationwide injunctions had become a popular tool for judges within the second Trump administration to block policies like this birthright citizenship executive order from taking effect. Because in their eyes, in these judges' eyes, say, for example, a federal judge blocks the executive order in New York, but only in New York, then theoretically those born in Indiana may not have citizenship, but those born in New York may have citizenship, and it would just create an inequitable, and unusual results. So the Supreme Court may not touch the birthright citizenship case, but may touch the issue of whether or not nationwide injunctions are lawful. That is a significant case. I'll have updates right after judges hold oral arguments this morning. Iran today has said that it would agree to a nuclear deal with the Trump administration, provided that there are, quote, four conditions. Number one, never developing nuclear weapons. Number two, eliminating its uranium stockpiles. Number three, limiting uranium enrichment to civilian levels. And number four, allowing international inspectors to monitor compliance. Those are the 4 points that the Trump administration wants Iran to agree with. Now, here's the interesting thing. All 4 of these were already agreed to by Iran under the JCPOA, the first nuclear deal under the Obama administration that Donald Trump just simply ripped up. So essentially, we may get a similar deal now. UnitedHealth Group is under investigation by the Department of Justice for allegedly defrauding Medicare through a scheme involving fake patient diagnoses. The company is essentially accused or being investigated of inflating medical records to secure billions of dollars in excess reimbursements. There's major turmoil within one of the nation's largest insurers right now, and we'll see what happens after Justice Department officials conclude their investigation. One of the craziest stories out of New Hampshire right now, we have a leaked Signal group chat again, appears to show a New Hampshire state representative, a Republican, James Spillane, encouraging violence against fellow Republicans who vote against party leadership. We have an April 13th message from the New Hampshire Granite, which shows Spillane suggesting that punishments for Republicans who vote against their own caucus to be subjected to punishments including flogging, egging their house, or slashing their tires. Crazy. Meanwhile, in Milwaukee today, Judge Hannah Dugan will appear before a Milwaukee judge after she has been officially indicted on allegedly obstructing an ongoing ICE investigation. Her attorneys have filed a motion to dismiss, arguing that under the 10th Amendment, she holds immunity as a judge based on her actions, and her immunity covers the actions within the indictment. And protesters have already gathered outside of the Milwaukee courthouse this morning, chanting and holding a number of signs, including "Hands off due process," "Stop Trump's war on democracy," "Stop the coup," and more. Jamie Raskin in the House and Dick Durbin in the Senate are essentially teaming up right now to investigate the Qatar plane deal between Trump and Qatar. They're all asking for more information as to whether and how this does not violate and how it doesn't violate the emoluments clause of the United States Constitution. Donald Trump told reporters that progress in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine won't really happen until he meets with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the Russian delegation a phony for not appearing in Istanbul to discuss peace negotiations. Trump indicated this morning that there may be a deal with India where there are no tariffs on U.S. goods, and U.S. wholesale prices unexpectedly fell by 0.5% in April, despite the tariffs regime. That's all the news right now. 4:30 p.m. today, I'll be going live on Substack with Senator Adam Schiff, so stay tuned. Ask your questions below, comment below. As always, support my work by subscribing to my Substack today or sending a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas, and I'll see you this afternoon.